smoke, dog. You don't want problems. Yeah, you don't want problems. You don't want smoke, dog. You don't want problems. Yeah, you don't want problems. You don't want smoke, dog. You don't want problems. No, I said you don't want problems. You don't want smoke, dog. You don't want. I pissed so my frustration, I was waiting to shine. My father taught me don't be soft, so now I'm taking what's mine. I define myself as ambitious, young, black, and gifted. Master P, my masterpiece. That mean I don't got no limits. Bout it, I doubt it. My homies know you ain't right it. We break you down like a pound. I got it, don't pound it surround me. I'm corrupted.
Coach, thank you. EA Sports coverage of the National Football League takes us to the Queen City of Cincinnati and Paul Brown Stadium right on the banks of the Ohio River. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the New England Patriots and the Cincinnati Bengals. This fielded at the 2. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line.
Let's go now. Get him on. Hey, come on.
On the ground, this is Leonard Fournette. And an early how do you do right there as they're going to bury him in the backfield. It'll go as a loss of a yard on the game's first play. Second down.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know. You know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game, so what do you do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, there's nothing but room to run.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
Come on, boy. Come on, boy. You better be ready. No, don't be scared of it. No. Ball. Let's go. Ready.
Now Leonard Fournette. The second down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there.
Well, we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
So now an early 3rd and 10 here on their opening drive.
Back to you. 51 to Mike, boy. 51. Here we go, D. Here I come again. Here I come again.
Back to throw. And that will be incomplete. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. And now where will the side judge stop his walk? That's the question. He says it crossed out of bounds at about the 17-yard line.
Down. 70. Indy. 50. Watch the run.
Now the first carry for Ronald Jones. And not a whole lot to speak of there as they'll bring him down shy of the 20. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. They'll run for the first time with Sony Michel. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game.
Hey, Delta.
They'll drop the throw. Throwing left side here, and it's complete. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. That one good for 13 at a New England first down.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
Ready?
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
Protein spill. Hey, Haywood. Heavy weapon.
They'll look to throw. Open target here, Darius Slayton. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. The catch and run pays off to the tune of 35 yards. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. They'll look to throw here. He's going to look deep for more. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. He was looking to get that one to DJ Moore, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on 1st down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on 1st down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up 2nd down.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. And he's going to go down. They get to him back at the 40. Jannard Avery. The blitz works to perfection as he gets in there to dump him for a loss of 8. The Bengals with 2 extra DBs. A nickel look on 3rd.
Blanketing the passing lanes.
Hey, high 7.
He'll look to throw. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Charles, a little bit of feast or famine on this drive. They moved the ball okay, but they've been sacked twice now.
And they've got to figure out how to plug that leak a little bit, right? Keep them away from the quarterback because when he's not being hit, as you mentioned, they're moving the ball well.
And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. And it's out of bounds. Now we'll see what the side judge says. He says out at the 8-yard line. So they'll play the field position game here as a very nice punt is going to pin them back.
Yeah, it's almost like watching a game of tennis, or do you prefer ping pong? You know, back and forth like that? But it definitely was excellent, wasn't it?
They'll start out on the ground. It's Leonard Fournette. And they'll get him down up past the 15, just shy of the 20. It's a Bengal first down, a pickup of 11. Relatively small sample size, but that's his longest run of the first quarter. Bounced it out to the outside to make it successful.
And to get there, you actually need some help. It's not just your pure speed getting to the corner, making sure that the blocking is taken care of inside so the pursuit doesn't get you. And oftentimes, those wide receivers, tight ends that might be flexed out, they've got to control the edge and make sure no one from the outside can spill the play before he gets there.
They keep it with Fournette on first down. And he'll be taken down at the 20 after a gain of just 1.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
All day. Hey, Mike 51. Here we go.
2nd and 9 now. Finds the open man. It's Mike Williams. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. That one good for 15, and the Bengals get a first down. Just the first quarter, but tackling going to be so important going forward. They've got to limit plays like that.
And that's something when you see it happen early in the game and they don't get him on the ground, you can always tell that they were concerned about it going in. Because I can just tell you from my days, I remember being in college and worrying all off-season about our season open opponent, and they had a receiver that could shake and bake with the best of them. I tackled him on the first pass of the game, and the relief was incredible. Ended up having a pretty decent ball game. But if I'd missed him, it would have been a
different story.
long night.
Back to throw here. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down. And this passing game's whole offense really didn't show up in the loss last week, and it hasn't started all that great here either.
Yeah, and they can't let that incompletion become an uh-oh moment. Like, oh boy, here we go again. Just like last week, each game is its own entity, treated as such.
On second down, here's Fournette. 1 yard, the official pickup there, so it's going to set up 3rd and 9.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
Looking to throw. Trying to get it to Williams, but it's intercepted. Picked off at the 46. Well, the return comes to a halt right at the 44-yard line. Now, after that last play, there's a Bengal down on the field. We'll check on his status when we get back.
Hey, foxtrot. General West. 50 to Mike. Get it.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. That's out to his running back, Michel. Yeah, he will go out right near the 35-yard line. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
10 yards on the pickup. It's second and inches at the Bengals' 35-yard line.
And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. We're scoreless after one.
With no score.
Still a few inches short of a first down as they come up now on second down.
Hey, Echo.
Second down and inches. This into the hands of his running back, Ronald Jones. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. A very solid gain of 27.
And this is why trying to cover the angle route is so difficult. Anyone playing the linebacker position, when they see a running back out of the backfield widen because he heads towards the flat first, oftentimes you widen too much and overcommit. He cuts up inside. This is what we saw there. A nice pickup for a first down.
And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on. And since the penalty occurred in the end zone, move the ball to the 1-yard line.
First and goal from the 1-yard line. Costly penalty.
Ready. 15, Ronnie. 15 more. 50 seconds to Mike. Smooth.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Caught! It's the tight end, Kelsey, for a Patriots touchdown. Travis Kelsey, his first touchdown of the new season, as his guys are first onto the scoreboard here this afternoon. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others, where they think they have an advantage. Dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12.
Watch 36. 36 to Mike.
Here we go on 2nd and 12. Oh, a battle for it here, and this will be caught. Well, he gets this deep into Patriot territory. A big play there on the catch and run. 65 yards. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone.
You ain't doing nothing today. Check, let's go.
Fournette running right. And they'll go backwards here, losing yardage to the 14. What a difference a play makes. A huge step forward and now a small step back as he loses a yard or two.
12 at the Patriots' 14-yard line.
On the ready. 36 to Mike. Come on, baby. Let's see what you got. Okay. Well, hot shot. Zip this. I got Ocean Man. Me. I got this.
He'll look to throw. It's complete to Williams. And he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line. He's exceeded his receiving yards from a week ago, and we're still in the first half. It's a first down. They come out here in the eye. They'll try to punch it in with Fournette. And he is in. Touchdown, Bengals. Leonard Fournette, his first touchdown here of the new campaign, as they are now on the board here in the first half. Chris Boswell now for the extra point. It's good, and we're all tied at 7 apiece. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. This is fielded at the goal line. They'll bring it back to just about the 25, call it the 24-yard line.
Ready, set.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Brings up 2nd and 12 at the 22-yard line.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12.
Check out route. Hot 6-6. Pull it high. Kill. Shit.
This is Jones. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And all the way in. Touchdown, New England. Ronald Jones, 78 yards. And the Patriots have taken the lead. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And that makes the score 14-7. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Bengals drive about to get going. They trail a one-score deficit, 14-7, as they come up 1st and 10. They'll try and start this drive in the air. That'll be taken in by Damiere Byrd. First play of the drive, a success, 19 yards. Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on 1st down.
Check 4. Mike, 36. Match box.
They'll set up a throw. This is complete to Hawkins. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. It's a gain of 13, and the Bengals have a first down. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. Now a chance to make that big play really hurt. It's first and goal just outside the 5. They'll try and run for it with Fournette. And a minuscule gain of maybe a yard from the 6 to the 5.
It's a gain of a yard. Brings up second and goal at the Patriots' 5-yard line.
We've hit the 2-minute mark of the second quarter. 14-7. A line of scrimmage once again the 5 as they get ready for second and goal. A reminder, coming up at halftime, we'll head to Orlando. Standing by there, Jonathan Coachman. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL in this second week of the regular season. They'll give Fournette another crack. And he takes it into the end zone. Touchdown, Bengals. Leonard Fournette with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game, as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. Boswell good with the extra point, and we've got a tie game here in a back-and-forth first half. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line.
At their own 27-yard line.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. And Charles, the way touchdowns have come so fast and furious for both sides in this thing, it's starting to feel a little bit more like maybe a tennis match than a football game.
Yeah, I like your description there. Maybe we're sitting...
He's got a man, complete. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. 39 yards there, a big one.
I think it's pretty safe to say that initially they had to be thinking about trying to get into field goal range. But after that shot right there, they've got to be thinking bigger right now.
And that was probably their thought offensively. If we hit this, great, let's go for the end zone. If not, settle for a field goal. Looks like they can try to hit pay dirt. That's complete to Slayton. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. And a nice gain of 21 yards.
Recon, 132 fighting.
Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. And he's not able to get away. Sacked back at the 22. The D-tackle Sheldon Richardson came barreling in for the sack. Sacks a growing theme in this first half. This is second and long.
50, 50. Oh, yeah. Good. Here we go again. 2-jet bomber. 2-jet bomber. 50, Mike. Ready?
He'll drop to throw. And this is caught. Touchdown, Patriots. DJ Moore, as the first half is winding down, as his guys are able to regain the lead. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And the lead is now 21-14. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. And this is going to be snuffed out. The Bengals recover. A second quarter onside kick there that failed. Is that something that maybe they had dialed up before this game started?
It feels like it, doesn't it? That they thought they had the right situation, you know, and the right approach in going after it. also may signal that they feel like they have the superior team, that they can try these sorts of things and it won't come back and hurt them later.
Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see.
First and 10 at the 40-yard line.
So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. They're going to look to throw. That's complete to Williams out of the backfield. There he goes left side. And he's in for the touchdown on the final play of the first half. The prayer is answered.
How did they get that done?
These two teams in this first half, it's been fun. Back and forth, back and forth. Well, it's not fun for the defensive coordinators, but offensive coordinators are enjoying it.
Yeah, they're having streaks here, aren't they? Being able to put scores together and really bunch them up, and we have a tight game here. You know, we often talk about having the right shoes for the right turf. Today it's track shoes. That's what we've seen with these offenses.
Yeah, it's been an absolute track meet so far and fun to watch. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Pats at the line, ready to go. First half showed us some pretty good offense. Tie game, we'll see what the second half brings.
And it'll be interesting because I think both sides feel pretty good about what their offenses are doing. Got to wonder what adjustments are being made defensively to try and get a spark and maybe slow down the other side.
But here, do you change up anything on this opening drive?
Not offensively, you don't. You've got everything going your way. You've probably prepared for maybe some change-ups you might expect, but overall, you like what your game plan's showing you.
They'll look to throw here on first down. Caught by Jones. He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards. It'll be a 2-yard gain, and it'll bring up a second down.
At their 48-yard line.
Down. 10-2 stop. Pull it together. Protein spill. Now.
Out of the shotgun, it's Jones. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. The tally there, minus 2 yards, brings up third down.
Anytime you call an inside running play, you just know there should be a lot of congestion there. You're counting on your offensive line to take control of the line of scrimmage. That didn't happen in this case, and that play got bottled up.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. Now he'll let this one go. Deep left side. He's got it at the 15. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. An explosive 38-yard pickup.
And the Patriot first down.
Got it. 50, Mike's 50. Yo, 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 yo. Yo. Switch it, switch it, switch it. Come on, switch it. Any weapon. Hey, exit. Mike 50, Mike 50, Mike 50. Let's go.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by the safety, Jarquiski Tart. He's at the 50, 30, the 20, 10, and he will score. Touchdown, Cincinnati. And a great return as they're finally able to take him down.
Now that was a beautiful play, a pick six. How would you punctuate something like that, partner?
What do you mean, with an exclamation mark?
Exclamation mark, a big word. What would you do with that?
Ampersand?
I like it.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Pats at the line, ready to go. And following the pick six, and they have decent field position in throwing that pick six. We'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws early to let him get settled back in.
But they told him, and they told us, they've got confidence. That's not a problem.
Yeah, not a problem at all. They just want to make sure they get things settled down a little bit for their offense and give their defense a little bit of a chance to rest.
So this helps to start a drive. After the penalty, it'll be 1st and 5.
Hey, wahoo! Turkey's the mark. He can't hang. Yep. Mike's 50. General West. Focus, defense, focus. Hey, switch gears, switch gears.
They'll set up to throw. Eluding the pressure right. And his pass incomplete.
Yeah, that one sailed on him. You've got to make sure you give your receiver a chance to come down inbounds because they are very gifted. They'll make the circus catches, but if they make them out of bounds, that does you no good.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. They'll run out of the gun with Michelle. It'll be a pickup of a couple, and it leaves them with a 3rd and 3. They'll drop the throw. And he'll get that to Michelle, complete. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. That'll be a New England 1st down, a gain of 12.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
This quarterback now, 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10.
Team 6. Team 6.
They'll look to throw here. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Sheldon Richardson able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
They'll look to throw. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. Sheldon Richardson getting him once again his 3rd sack of the afternoon. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long.
Go, go. Oh, yeah, I'm coming. Oh, yeah, I'm coming. Mike 8. Ready?
Back to throw. Going for the deep ball. And almost picked off. I guess the good news for them now, it's 4th down.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
Me and you all day. All day. I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you.
Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. He's going to let one fly for Tate. Oh, incomplete. A turnover would have really helped there. Almost intercepted. Instead, it's just 2nd down.
One of the toughest things about playing defensive back is pattern reading, trying to figure out what they're doing. And on that one, they had the fly, just sending a guy downfield with the in route accompanying it, what people call a dagger route, trying to hit the guy underneath after the clear out. In this case, though, they're not able to get it done.
Yeah, they said forget the underneath route. They went for the guy on the fly, but as you said, incomplete. Second down, a little more productive than first. 7 yards on the gain. It gets them to 3rd and 3 now. Now back to throw. And he's able to find Hawkins. And he's got a first down as he's up to the 48. Give him 7 yards on the play as they do pick up the 3rd down conversion. Two first downs have him up near midfield now on 1st and 10. Fournette running out of the gun. And he'll take it across the 50 and into New England territory. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
Watch 36.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. He's going to fire. He's got it at the 15. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. It's a gain of 34. I guess that answers the question of whether or not they're going to try to play conservative and protect this lead in the 3rd quarter.
And I think this is something we're seeing more and more of in the NFL. Teams not playing to protect leads, teams playing to extend them.
He takes us down to about the 12 for a gain of 3.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things, but the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
Three yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. They run with Howard. Down to the 6-yard line on a pickup of 6 as he gets halfway to the goal line. Back now in Cincinnati. It's the Bengals in possession of the football and in possession of the lead as well as we start the 4th. Now the Bengals on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This time they face a 3rd and 2. This is Fournette, and he'll take this into the end zone for a Bengal TD. A 6-yard touchdown run. Now the Bengals, they widen their lead. Extra point put through by Boswell, and the lead now up to 14. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This is taken at the 3. Then he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line.
At their own 27-yard line.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not a team anymore. I just cut it. All right?
And all the way in. Touchdown, New England. Ronald Jones, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon as his guys are back within a single score. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Bengals drive about to get going. They've been rolling the last couple of drives, each inning in touchdowns. So this game is flipped. They were down. Now they're up with the football. We'll see how they handle it.
Can we get a spot on the headset now between the head coach and offensive coordinator? Because they've been in attack mode. Had to get back into the game. Now they have the lead. Do you stay on the attack, Or do you dial it back a little bit to try and protect this lead?
Well, my cop-out answer would be somewhere in the middle. I think it's going to be a fine line, is it not?
I think you're exactly right, but I do think if they can stay aggressive and keep them on their heels, they'll be best served that way.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Second and 10. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. Tyrell Williams was the intended target, and it'll bring up 3rd down.
Finally, a good play there defensively on the deep ball. The secondary has had its struggles this entire game. Offensively, they've had their way with them.
Now the Bengals on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 10.
Watch 36. 36 to Mike. Man, I got you.
They'll look to throw. Now look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by Dylan Cole. Well, holding on to the lead at this stage in the second half, those are the types of plays you really want to try and stay away from.
And when you're a rookie, keeping your focus is something that you still have to work on all the time because there's so many distractions around you between the crowd noise and your coaches and your teammates. But the other part, you've got to learn how to finish. It's the 2 F's for a rookie quarterback.
Back to the ground, this time with Jones. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Patriot touchdown. Ronald Jones, 36 yards, as they can now even this game here in the 4th quarter with the extra point. A very important extra point there, up and good. And an important one that is, as we are all tied now early in this 4th quarter. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. We have seen a lot of points here in this quarter. For us up here in the booth, it's been fun to watch. The defensive coordinators probably scratching their heads.
Yeah, they're going a little bit crazy right now. But let's face it, all of our friends who play fantasy, they're enjoying the heck out of this show because most of them are creating and getting a bunch of points.
Yeah, points certainly not at a premium here. 6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4.
Check. Lucky.
They'll run it again with Fournette. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football. In that situation, it's almost a tendency breaker.
Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch.
Hey, Mike 51. We got to get the...
Fournette, a 1st down carry. He'll be dropped shy of the 40 despite powering through the tackle. Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
Here's a 2nd and 7. He's got a 1st down and then some at midfield. And he's got another 1st down as the tackle's going to be made at the Patriots' 44-yard line. This quarterback now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. Now Fournette. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the fourth quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down fourth quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. 23 yards the pickup there.
First and 10 at the 14-yard line.
Come on, set. Put your on it. Put your on it. Get in the weight room. Get. Wait. Switch. Shed. He's coming. Double up. He's coming.
Fournette. And this carry terminated at the 8-yard line. Good stick skill showing the power, but just not much room to operate. It's a 6-yard pickup, but it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 8-yard line.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Getting down to the good stuff. All tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports. So the Bengals in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They've got a 2nd down now as they search for a score to break this tie. On the run, it's Fournette. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. So fresh out of the 2-minute warning, and here's another timeout taken with 1:55 remaining. A game-winning field goal would be a chip shot from here. Let's see how they play it on 1st and goal. They'll run with Fournette. And he's going to get this back to the 3-yard line and no further. Whistles now and a timeout. So defensively they burn it here with 1:51 left.
You ain't going nowhere.
They'll try to run this one in. And he's maybe going to get this back to the 4, but that's about all. The Patriots will take their 3rd and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play, 3rd and goal.
Check 50.
Here's Fournette. And he's going to be taken down here still a couple yards short of the 1st. 2 yards on the pickup there. It's 4th down. Have to kick this field goal, don't you?
No question about it. Look at the clock. Look at the situation. Kick the field goal.
So here we go. On now is the kicker, Chris Boswell. This for the lead in the final stages. Boswell's kick is good. And with a little over a minute to play, they have taken the lead. Big kick right there to give them the lead in the 4th, but there is still time left for a final drive.
Did they score too soon? Post-game will tell us, right? Depending on what happens on this drive, that's how we'll analyze it. If the other team scores, they scored too soon. If they somehow hold on, they've managed the clock exactly right.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. They're only in need of a field goal, a decent amount of time on the clock. So tell me if I'm wrong. You don't have to be too panicked here.
No, not at all. I agree with you. And this is where your preparation and your confidence comes into play. They've worked on these situations.
They practice this all the time.
All the time. They know what they want to get done. And in a lot of cases, the great competitors, they love this situation. They think they can go ahead and get it done.
They practiced it. We'll see if practice makes perfect. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup. Now to try the field goal, here's Daniel Carlson. And we've got a timeout. 9 seconds remaining. Out is Carlson now for the Raider field goal. This to potentially send us to overtime. And that is no good. Wide to the right. And this score will stay right where it is. Well, they got themselves in position to at least entertain the thoughts of an overtime, but as it turns out, it was not meant to be, Charles.
And you feel bad for a kicker in this spot. He's going to have to shoulder a lot of the blame, but in reality, this will be a team loss. They didn't do enough collectively to get the job done.
So this one in the win column now for the Cincinnati Bengals. And it wasn't really always pretty. They had their bumps and bruises. Really, both sides did. But they did what they needed to do at home to get the win.
Yeah, they really had to grind this one out, didn't they? Because nothing came easy. Every snap was a major league brawl. They had to win at the line of scrimmage, win downfield. They got all those things accomplished. But to win a close one like this, you know, every team wants to be physical. We've heard that a million times, right? But those who are mentally tough, those are the teams that you have to deal with in the playoffs. This was that type of a game.
So for Cincinnati, they at least get the win here to earn a split of their first 2 home games. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Carolina Panthers. Meanwhile, for the Patriots, they will fall to 1-1. And they'll try to get back to their winning ways next week as they head to Lambeau to take on the Packers. So for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Next game, guess what? Charles and I will be here again. It's the